Week 4 comes to a close today here in Athletes Unlimited's championship season. It has been one to remember, and looks like it's going to come right down to the wire in front of some great crowds here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. Another doubleheader today. It all starts with Lexi Kilfoyle and Megan Faramo leading their two teams, both really needing a good day after what has been a tough weekend for them so far, and certainly for those two captains on the leaderboard as they have fallen out of the captain's spot as it stands right now. Megan Faramo is the only one in this game who is in the top 10 right now. She's in the 6th spot, but she does not start, so she's going to need a good performance from her team. We have a couple new faces up there, though. Alicia Ocasio and Georgina Korick, both a part of Amanda Lorenz's team. We'll see them in Game 2, and maybe, just maybe, they'll be drafting their teams tomorrow. Alongside the former two-time National Player of the Year, Danielle Laurie, I'm Chucky Kemp. Lexi Kilfoyle and Megan Faramo's teams have combined for 50 win points this weekend.
Yeah.
This is a big day for them.
Well, and when you've struggled and you've gone 0-2, the importance heading into day 3, especially with the draft tomorrow, going into the last week of the championship season, you want something to make you feel good. So both these teams fighting big for a win today.
And Megan Faramo will not start herself today, so the lineup she sends to the plate even more important maybe because of how good she's been in the circle, but this is who she sends up there. Morgan DeBoer in the 9-hole had a couple hits yesterday, single, double, and a run scored. The top of that order has to find a way to get it going. Sierra Romero, Sis Bates, Haley McClenny, and Charlize Palacios all were tremendous in week 3. They've had some moments here, but they need them to put it together if they want to put a big number on the scoreboard against one of the best pitchers, well, in the world right now. It's Lexi Kilfoyle, who we have not seen start a game this weekend yet. We have only seen her in relief on Friday. 2 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them was earned. I think we're both shocked that it took this long to see her, but nonetheless, she's one of the best there is.
Well, she is, and her name is being called today. And at times you've seen in this Athletes Unlimited League, the captains that are pitchers tend to start themselves game 1 and finish it up on Sunday in game 2, but this is her first start of the weekend.
She faces off with 3 straight veterans here in the first inning, starting with Sierra Romero. Saw Romero move up to the leadoff spot yesterday. She was in the 3-hole their first game this weekend, but jumped up into the leadoff spot yesterday, went 0 for 2, but walked twice. 72 degrees here in Rosemont, about a 13-mile-per-hour wind from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole.
And I almost feel like, Chucky, the fact that Lexi hasn't started herself the past couple of games, it almost puts more of an emphasis and more pressure going into day 3, knowing this is where I need to earn my points and the importance of having a good start.
Ground ball left side. McKinney at shortstop. High throw. Romero is aboard.
This team, Kilfoyle, has shifted around the defense a little bit. You've seen Sydney McKinney be that everyday second baseman who's now made her way over to shortstop. Skylar Wallace headed out to left field. Put Allie Skaggs, Gold Glove from Arizona, at second base.
Sis Bates' bunt rolls foul, and more than anything, maybe what we've talked about a lot this week, especially at this point in the season, just trying to find teams who are comfortable with each other and kind of gel. And there's some movement today defensively from some players who maybe haven't played together in these positions, and we'll see how it pans out. Individually, all tremendous players. Allie Skaggs, a Gold Glove winner at Arizona as a second baseman, was outstanding defensively. Kilfoyle delivers strike 2 to Sis Bates. Sis 1 for 3 yesterday in the 2-hole. She was the leadoff in that first game, went 0 for 4. Her and Sierra Romero have been a great partnership up the middle on defense. Team Faremo, in some ways, it's just been kind of unlucky for their pitching staff and defense. The bats just haven't produced this weekend. This is into left field, right at Skylar Wallace, who makes the first play she has the chance to. Let's go check in with Savannah.
Well, those defensive changes that you talked about for Team Kilfoyle, those stem from Skylar Wallace. Her hamstrings been feeling a little uncomfortable, so putting her in left field was just a precautionary decision, but it made some shifts in the infield. So you're seeing McKinney at shortstop, then the Gold Glove Allie Skaggs over at second. Kaylee Harding sliding in to play first base, and that's why this blue team did a full defensive warm-up today. The teams don't usually do that, having everybody take the field and doing a full rollout on defense, but they just wanted to see everybody in these positions for the first time, a lot of them playing these positions, you know, for the first time this season, and they wanted to make sure they were all comfortable and see what this was going to look like with this lineup today. But they knew they didn't want to take Skylar Wallace out of the field for her leadership, and then especially out of the batting order for what she's able to do on offense.
I don't know that you necessarily are losing a ton defensively with McKinney at short. I mean, her and Wallace together have a long highlight reel from just this summer as the runner goes, and Romero is in under the tag. That's 10 points for Sierra Romero on the stolen base.
And I like this by Sierra Romero, pushing the envelope a little bit. Why not? Sydney McKinney's been playing over at second base. Now you're testing her a little bit more in the shortstop position. Yes, she's played it in college, but still, I think that's a good go on her part.
Good location there to McClenny for strike one. One out here for Haley McClenny, ahead in the count 3-1. Wallace made some tremendous catches at shortstop yesterday. Over the shoulder, just makes it look easy. Back to Kilfoyle, looks the runner back, goes to first, the throw to second. Romero does get back safely. She thought about risking it again.
Well, this was closer than I thought it was going to be. Lexi Kilfoyle money, checks the runner to make sure, but has that cannon over to first. Sierra Romero thought about it, but was like, I got that over to first a little too quickly. I think I'd be tossed out at 3.
And if she saw Kaylee Harding's arm from right field yesterday a couple times, wouldn't want to test that. Sierra trying to set the tone today, though. Knows her team needs a big day. Charlize Palacios.
These are the matchups you love to see when you have two just hot rookies coming in. You think about Charlize and her at UCLA finishing up in Oklahoma City. You can say the same thing for Lexi Kilfoyle with the Cowgirls finishing up in Oklahoma.
And Charlize is 0 for this weekend at the plate. She's done all the catching defensively and always dangerous, but hasn't found it yet swinging the bat. Takes that pitch inside 2-2. We've got Charlize mic'd up in this game. We'll get to talk to her defensively when she's behind the plate. We've got Sachelle mic'd up in game 2. It'll be really fun to talk to the sisters today as Charlize swings through it. Strike 3, the first one for Kilfoyle. Off to a good start in her first start of the weekend. Faremo in the top of the first, even with Sierra Romero getting on as the leadoff hitter. So 10 inning win points on the line here for Team Kilfoyle, who have the least of any team this weekend. Just 10 total win points. Those two lefties stay at the top of the order, Sydney McKinney and Skylar Wallace. Wallace 4 for 6 this weekend, a 2-run home run on the opening day. And they took the lead against Team Palacios that day and was looking really good. They've hit the ball well. It's the best hitting team by average, hitting .328 so far. And they will face off with Rachel Garcia, who gets the start, her 3rd start of the season. She's 0-2 with a 4 ERA in 14 innings pitched. You just never know. If you let her get going early on, she can really settle in.
Yeah, she's thrown those 14 innings. ERA a little higher than what it normally is for someone like Rachel Garcia, but she hasn't started nearly as much as she has in the past with AUX, as well as the championship seasons before this. So good opportunity here in week 4.
It was a Bruin trio for Team Faremo. She took Rachel Garcia and Charlize Palacios. Faremo crossed paths with both of them at UCLA, but Charlize and Rachel never played together. Long run for Warren, couldn't quite haul it in.
So close, Jessie Warren. Gosh, that would have been a spectacular catch.
Oh, so close. She was kind of shaking her left hand or wrist after that, so we'll keep an eye on her. This is into left field, and DeBoard couldn't handle it. McKinney is into first. So a couple balls there. Warren and DeBoard wishing they had a couple back.
I mean, this is a play, you know, it has to be made. She knows this. You touch it, you catch it, and kind of one of those, no doubt, she wishes she could get back.
Back to Garcia, chance for 2. Oh, that is quick. Not quick enough to get Skylar Wallace.
Who will not get doubled up again. She got caught up in a double play yesterday that was so close. You know, she was hustling up the line. And when you think of Skylar Wallace, she's a player that you just can't think has ever gotten doubled up in her career, so it wasn't happening again today.
And I don't think she was not running hard yesterday, just how it worked out. But certainly a little extra gas on the trot to first today. Bubba Nickles, speaking of Bruins, takes that pitch outside. 1-1 count. Garcia hitting 69 with that pitch. Former teammates here at UCLA going head-to-head. Bubba to left field. Smoked over the player's suite. She did a lot of that at AUX earlier this summer, and Bubba Nickles has her second of this championship season. RBIs number 10 and 11.
When this is a 1-1 count, looks like an off-speed pitch that Bubba Nickles is just realistically on time with all day. Pulls this pitch to left. It's just a matter of time. You see Bubba Nickles go yard yet again. We're just not seeing as many home runs as we have in the previous championship seasons here. They've switched to the college bats, so at times a little bit of a different feel off the bat than the pro bats in the past.
5 of Bubba's 11 hits this season are for extra bases. The bad news for Team Faremo, they haven't scored more than 2 runs in a game this week. They scored 2 yesterday in their extra inning loss to Team Palacios. They did not score on the opening night against Team Lorenz. A lot of ball to be played here, but you're working against Lexi Kilfoyle, who just does not give up a lot. Bailey Klingler slides out of the way of that pitch from Garcia. Bailey from Houston, Texas, but went to the Northwest to play her college ball at Washington. Ground ball for Warren. The throw to first, 2 outs. Kaylee Harding, the 5-hole at the plate. Let's go down to Savannah. She's got Bubba.
Bubba, this is a pitcher you know well from UCLA. You faced her so many years at AU. You know she's never going to give you anything easy facing Rachel. What were you looking for? What was your mindset stepping into the box?
Yeah, I was really trying to focus on slowing down because Rachel, she can throw pretty hard and she can change speeds well. So I was really just trying to slow it down mentally. And I think that we did a good job of talking about a plan as right-handed hitters. So it was good that I was able to give them good feedback on the things I saw.
Thanks, Bubba. Congrats on the shot. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Savannah.
And going off your former teammates is always the trickiest for both the hitter and the pitcher. Sometimes I feel like it's harder for the pitcher.
Now Rachel just trying to settle back in. Kaylee Harding's got plenty of pop. Retired Klingler after. Bubba, after that home run, she's 45th on the leaderboard, but she's 17th in stat points, which is a good indicator of the most important item in the league, which is winning. And part of that can be luck, especially if you're not drafting your own team. It's fouled off by Harding. 3-2.
Well, and when you think about someone like Bubba Nickles, I mean, kind of seems like she's the oldest vet player on this team, and that's saying something. You want kind of that vet type player to be able to just kind of talk you through some things, who's had that experience.
We always talk about draft strategy, who you taking first, this and that. Like, if you take a shortstop in the second round, are you asking Sis Bates, who would you like me to go for as a second baseman? Like, who do you gel with up the middle? Is that a priority for you?
For the shortstop?
Yeah. Like, are you talking about those partnerships with the person you draft first?
I think you need to have that open communication, simply because when you're drafting a team, the women that you're choosing to draft as well, like, you want to put the best athletes out there, but it's not always the most talented. The ones that really vibe and communicate, and you can tell are just out there jamming together, is way more important than someone that leads the team in average or home runs. And I think that that's what you're seeing a lot more week to week, is the trends of up the middle, those that are playing the best. I think of like a Hannah Flippin and a Kelsey Harshman.
This team for Team Faremo has been really good defensively. They've looked comfortable together, but they find themselves in a 2-0 hole here in the first.
Well, Bubba Nickles going yard, pulling to left on the off-speed drop, down and in. Ribby's 11 and 12. Let's go.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Mizuno. Some pictures from week 4 of the season. Saw Sarah Willis get the start yesterday. It's been all smiles for Team Lorenz and Team Palacios this week. Team Kilfoyle up 2-0 over Team Faremo here in game 1 of our doubleheader to cap off week 4. Don't forget, our next WNBA game is this afternoon on ABC. Caitlin Clark and the Fever host Jewel Lloyd in the 17-9 Storm. Coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. You gonna have that one on in the booth?
I am going to have that one on in the booth. I'm sadly watching Canada drop this elimination game down 8-0. Bottom 6. Not happy about it.
Lexi Kilfoyle comes back out in a second with a 2-run lead, facing 5, 6, 7. Claire Davidson leads things off. Davidson fouls that one off into the parking lot. Another close race at the top. It's hard to keep this season as close as it's been this year and last year, with how many, the 5 weeks, things start to get spread out a little bit more. You get somebody who really can thrive in the captain's chair like we've had with Amanda Lorenz and Sachelle Palacios. They're starting to put a little distance up there, but really the top 5 entered the night just 180 points apart from 1 to 5. That's Lorenz, Palacios, Ocasio, Coric, and Vidalis. Good chance we're going to see potentially someone who's never been a captain before in that seat between Georgina Coric and Tori Vidalis in the 4th and 5 spots right now. This is to McKinney on the infield, 1 out. I'm all about the new captains. I love seeing the new strategy. Got some veterans like Coric and Vidalis. I think they'd be fun ones to watch put a team together. I feel like they're both very analytical the way they think about the game too.
Yeah, I always like going into today knowing there's a good chance that you're probably going to have 2 different captains. Right now, it definitely seems like Amanda Lorenz and Sachel Palacios stand a good chance at being captains again going into week 5.
I think technically one of them has to be. Just based on where they are right now and the fact that somebody is going to win a game and get some decent win points. One of them definitely will be, and most very likely both of them. Jesse Warren now at the plate, 2-1. All right, talk to me offense. I know we always talk pitching with you, but Team Faremo, they've struggled at the plate all weekend long. Do you start trying to do different things? Do you play some, obviously Jesse Warren's probably not going to play small ball here, but what are the conversations like offensively to try to get something going?
Well, easier said than done, but you're going into game 3 having to go up against Lexi Kilfoyle, who realistically hasn't had to start the last 2 days because she's called someone else's number, so she's fresh, which is almost a little bit more daunting when you're going in day 3. But, man, easier said than done. There's not much of a solution. It's not like they haven't got people on, or when it comes down to it, I mean, the average, 185, but it comes down to being able to try to have good quality at-bats. I mean, you look across the board, they've left 19 on base. So it's more so the clutch hitting piece. Hey, when we get those runners on base, we have to be able to execute, have better quality at bats, whatever it is that you need to internally do when you step in the box, when there's a little bit of pressure on the base pass and your teammates out there, do everything you can to get them in.
2 pop-ups to start the inning between Davidson and Warren. Jesse had 1 hit yesterday. Now 5 straight retired, basically. 5 straight retired for Kilfoyle. Romero reached on an error to start the game. Rachel Garcia trying to help herself out. She hit a rocket up the middle that luckily bounced before it hit Valerie Cagle yesterday, and Garcia has the first hit of the game for Team Faremo.
It's a great piece of hitting, swinging early in the count, gets the drop ball before it drops off the table, just goes with it, pokes it to right field. Really pretty swing.
She is so strong, too. That came off the bat at 74. I mean, looked like she was off balance.
Where were you able to see that? Oh, it's up on there, because I haven't been able to see it up on the screen. I'm like, you're getting all these nuggets fed through Rob, and I'm just chopped liver over here.
Stay on that side. Don't be looking Rob's way, all right? He's helping me
Hey,
out.
Rob, I'll take any nuggets.
That's one of our many flyovers here in Rosemont that we'll get today from O'Hare across the street. 1-1 count. Andrea Filler trying to find her bat late in this season. Ahead of Kilfoyle, 2-1. She's got 1 home run on the year, couple RBIs, but the average is down. She's somebody who's capable of getting on a hot streak, too. We've seen it at Athletes Unlimited. Certainly, we've seen it with Team Italy in the last few years. Andrea played 3 years right here in Chicago at Northwestern after she started her career at Boston College, where she spent 2 seasons, and swings through that inside pitch Strikeout number 2 for Kilfoyle. Another 0 on the board for her.
How filthy is this pitch? In sink style, dirty drop. No one's touching that.
Two 2-0, 10 more points on the line. Team Kilfoyle coming to the plate. Already up on Team Faramo. Don't forget, tonight's a big night. Sunday Night Baseball. It's the 7th annual MLB Little League Classic from Williamsport, Pennsylvania at historic Bowman Field. The series finale between the Yankees and Tigers starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio with that special Kids Cast edition on ESPN2. Coverage at 6 Eastern with Baseball Tonight. Sunday Night Countdown on ESPN kicks it off. Looking forward to that one. I think because the pros go to the Little League games too, and I'm just thinking as a 12-year-old with Aaron Judge in the crowd, I'm gonna have some trouble.
Well, like Aaron Judge gets off the flight, and he's signing autographs, and the little kid looks at him and goes, "I'm gonna need you to hit it like 480 feet tonight, all right?" And I'm just like, so cool that gets to stand there, hand him a ball, talk shop with Aaron Judge, start making demands, just, you know.
Did you ever have that? You ever have somebody come up to you, ask for an autograph? Like, I'm going to need you to strike out 10 tonight.
Back in the college days, yes.
Yeah.
The response, easy work. I got you.
Light work. All right. 10? How about 15?
I got you.
Challenge me here. Rain starting to come down again here in Rosemont. It's been off and on. Just kind of a sprinkle so far, but something to keep an eye on. Cloudy day here just outside Chicago. It's been really good weather. So if we had the one delay on Friday night, but it just about an hour and 15 minutes and ended up cooling things off, which we appreciate up here in the booth.
If you're wondering, though, I got a notification, 12:46. It's expected to stop.
Okay, there you go.
Little time, but.
I love when you put your meteorologist hat on.
You know, living in Seattle, just the little things you need to know going to sporting events. Your kids, all right, is it going to rain?
How much is it going to rain?
Make sure we have the umbrellas in the car.
2-2, got Jacobson to swing through it. Strikeout number 1 for Rachel Garcia. When you've seen Rachel at her best, what is it?
It's this pitch. It's this downward off-speed pitch that you're just getting these big-time swings on. And I'll also say, like, we haven't seen Rachel Garcia have to climb the ladder like she normally has in the past. Seen her go side to side well.
Long run for McClenny, can't get there. Picked up by Davidson, and it's going to be a double. McClenny wanted that one bad. Allie Skaggs' second double of the season.
This is a great job by Skaggs. She goes with this curveball, swings first pitch, best pitch she'll probably get in the at-bat, and just splits the gap in right center. McClenny does everything she can, but just not close enough.
Popped up by Hannah Borden and caught for out number 2. They're loving it for Allie Skaggs, who hasn't played a ton this season. Couple hits, couple doubles. Just what she does, apparently. And she was really excited to be a part of the Athletes Unlimited. She's from Louisville, Kentucky, but played at Arizona. She actually listed 2 people she listed for modeling her game after were Erica Piancastelli, said she loves her swing, and Sis Bates for how smooth she is on defense. She followed in Sis's footsteps, winning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. And she's standing about 20 feet from her right now at shortstop. Kayla Kowalik now. Slaps that one against the netting. I love the split grip for Kowalik.
Yeah, good control of her upper hand. can always appreciate a good split grip. Reminds me of the Louisiana days where they'd almost do that half swing. I don't know if you remember that, but
Palacios trying to help out Garcia on that pitch. Rachel asking where that was. Wanted that for a strike. 3-1 instead to Kowalik.
I will say the umpires have been steady on their zones. They're not calling pitches that are up. You're getting a little out, but you're not getting the pitches that are high up. The sooner pitchers are able to recognize that, especially first couple innings. Okay, what's the strike zone? What am I going to be able to get? What can I get away with? That's always the thought process. Can I get a ball off the plate?
3-2 to Kowalik. Ground ball, this should do it for the inning. Romero to first. Kowalik was zooming down the first base line, but that's going to do it for the second. Rollover inning points, 20 on the line in the third.
Celebrating Pride is really important just to continue the push for equality and young women and young men to just feel comfortable with who they are and feel seen.
To think of all the girls that are probably growing up right now and they're worried about, well, what if I grow up and I'm gay, or what if I grow up and I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community and I have to hide that from myself and I have to hide that from my family and my friends. I don't want a girl 7, 8, 9, 10 growing up to live in fear because they think that they're different. I want them to grow up knowing that they're loved.
I want the world to be easier for the next generation and the one after that, and that's a huge part of why we celebrate Pride here at Athletes Unlimited and why I am such a massive proponent of being very, very prideful and coming out here and playing for who I am.
Well, today, the final Impact Week game. We are celebrating Pride today at the ballpark, chosen by the Softball Player Executive Committee. It's an Impact Week that is all about Pride, a continuation of June's Pride Month celebration in the AUX season earlier this summer. And this Impact Week focuses all on the power of allyship as a conduit to show support, validate the lived experiences of others, and empower individuals to live freely and authentically as themselves, which is so much of what we see with Athletes Unlimited, giving these athletes a voice and encouraging them to use it as they get a close play at first. Morgan DeBoard retired on the bunt. Talking about Skylar Wallace not getting doubled up a lot, and I would guess DeBoard laying down a bunt like that doesn't get thrown out a lot.
Yeah, this is money too, with the rain, knowing that the turf's a little bit wet, challenging Kayla Kowalik, throw on the money.
It is raining a bit harder now here in Rosemont, as you just alluded to. First pitch strike to Sierra Romero. So what's your forecast now?
8 minutes. 8 minutes. It's 12:38. I said 12:46. It's stopping.
Did you say it was going to downpour before that?
I didn't. Hey, it just says light rain expected to stop.
Sierra falls behind 0-2. Crowd is tough right now, though. I'll give them that. There's a couple people that got up and
you wouldn't be out there.
I can handle rain.
I don't think you would. I don't think you would. I saw you walking back from the dome.
Really attacking my character this weekend.
I'm learning a lot. We're having fun.
Sierra behind 0-2. Megan Faremo, she's tough. A little cold for Faremo over there, who's from California. Played her college ball at UCLA. Not sure about the wind and rain right now. Long run. It is going to be almost playable. It did get into the bullpen. Jacobson gave it a good look out in right field. I'm sure it's easier to slide on the turf now, that's for sure.
I'm always someone that, like, on the turf, pitching, I don't want to wear turfs. I need to wear molded. And I know Tori Vidalis a couple weekends ago was talking about sometimes she still slips with the molded, but when you think about pitchers and how much power and force that they're driving out, you see Lexi Kilfoyle has the molded spikes on. Sometimes when you don't have anything to catch your left foot as a right-handed pitcher, when you land, it's slick, and that's when it can get a little bit scary because you can't create as much power through your front side because you're maybe more, gosh, am I going to slip? Am I going to be able to hold on my front leg? So they do a great job of putting as much stuff down on the mound as they can to keep it, I'm going to say, level with the turf and all the things, but he's looking good.
Guilfoyle gets the strikeout number 3 for her. Get closer to the action with your free Unlimited Club membership. Vote on game MVPs, compete in the AU Fantasy League for exclusive prizes and more. Sign up now at auprosoftball.com. There's a little pup in the ballpark taking things in too.
It'd be cute for me not to want to pet him with the do not pet vest on.
So Spade's trying to lay down a bunt. Go back to the cleats for us real quick. What's the difference of the two cleats you're talking about?
Well, most people wear turfs when you're playing on turf, which still can give you some good traction. It's not like you're wearing an everyday sneaker, but when you have them molded, especially for those pitchers, your plant foot, it's important to be able to resist as a pitcher. And you have different styles of pitching. Some like to get their body to come through, but when you think of someone like Lexi Guilfoyle, she very much is a resistance-based pitcher, meaning you're not going to see her body come over her front side. When she lands with her left foot, she's going to resist that to create that back half power through her pitch. And if she doesn't have good traction, it's going to be tougher for her to create as much power on a 68 mile an hour drop ball.
Looking good so far. Back-to-back strikeouts, 4 straight retired and 4 total Ks in the game. Charlize Palacios, one of the star rookies in this league, a grand slam last week. She's hit 3 home runs on the season, double-digit RBIs, just a fantastic debut season.
Well, in a hot commodity in the draft, she's the first pick overall and the first position player to get selected that is not a pitcher, because you know the importance when you're drafting your teams. You want to get that rock-solid pitcher, but that's what happens when you are a pitcher. And Megan Framo drafts her former teammate, Charlize Palacios.
Team Faremo currently down 2-0 to Team Guilfoyle. 20-inning win points on the line. Rachel Garcia back out in the circle looking to put up another 0. She'll face the top of the order here. Charlize Palacios behind the plate from Chula Vista, California.
Hey, girl.
Atta girl, way to start ahead.
Well, you get to play with Rachel Garcia now, a Bruin you weren't there with, but I'm sure we're familiar with. What's this week been like for you?
It's been really cool. I'm excited to catch Rachel. I obviously love catching Meg, but Rachel's a Bruin great. Yes, I see you. Hey, we see that now. We see that. Let's work it. And I've always watched her, obviously Bruins, but Rachel is like everyone's idol, so I'm excited to just learn from her, learn her. This is my first time catching her, so I'm just going to work with her really well and just try to go with her speed and what she likes. See you. Definitely did not think that was going to spike, but atta girl.
When you're catching someone that is new, obviously everyone knows Rachel Garcia, but what's your communication like in the dugout in between innings? Is she someone that likes to do that? Is that something that you need to do with a pitcher that you haven't got to caught in a game yet?
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of communication with what she feels comfortable with. Obviously, she knows these hitters better than me. Atta baby, let's work it right here, nice and hard. She knows them better than me, so I'm gonna kind of let her take the lead, but obviously just also mix in what I kind of think is gonna go good. Atta baby, right here. Did she go? Atta go. Rachel, atta baby. Yeah, we talked about just going more change this at bat, and since it's the second time around, we're just mixing in kind of what she wants and just learning from her.
And when you're learning new pitchers and kind of tendencies, whether or not they're doing good or bad, is that something you try to pick up on?
Yeah, I want to see what's working with spinning the best. I am big on just hitting locations. See you. Little out. Not much, not much. I do like to see what's working the best for her and just work through there. Work through the zone here. Rachel's a really smart pitcher. She reads batters really well. Reads her swing. Hey, I like it. I like it. Reads her swing really well, and she's just going to attack the zone. Rachel's literally the definition of a professional. So I'm excited to work with her and just learn from her and just work with everything that she's got. See you. Right here, let's go, let's work.
She's someone, to me, I feel like that's utilized more of that off-speed drop a little bit more this year. Does she technically have 2 off-speeds, a change and that off-speed drop?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Her drop is a little bit more off-speed. And atta girl! Rachel, great job, great spot.
Awesome.
Atta girl. So she kind of has 3 speeds. One, super duper fast. That's her first speed. Then she has the off drop that is fast, but it dies. And then she has her change. You just saw it right there. She just places it really well.
Yep.
Charlize, you've been a star to start your career. We're going to listen in the rest of this inning. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye. She missed it. She missed it. We're good. Hey, we're good.
3 Bruins here. Garcia, Bubba, and Charlize behind the plate, mic'd up.
No need to change, Rachel. You're good.
I loved hearing that, though. She missed it. You know, that reassurance to the pitcher is big because you can get defeated
Yes,
quickly
Rach,
knowing
come
you
on.
throw a pitch and I want that for a strike. So it kind of pumps you up.
You're good. You're good.
3-0 count now to Bubba Nickles.
Yes, Rach.
The rain has stopped, Danielle.
One.
Bubba has her second hit of the game. 2-run home run and now a single here with 2 outs in the 3rd.
Well, and a 3-0 hack to boot.
This next one, we're good.
Now Bailey Klingler, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Toward Romero, flipped to second, 1 pitch to retire Klingler.
Really good balance, really good mix. I like it.
Charlize Palacios likes it. We appreciate the access that she gives us behind the plate right there. 2-0 still. Two 2-0, 30 inning win points on the line here in the 4th for 2 teams in desperate need of picking up a big win today. Team Kilfoyle leading the way so far. And don't forget that WNBA game this afternoon on ABC. Caitlin Clark and Jewel Lloyd facing off. Fever and Storm. Coverage starting at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. I forgot, I've asked you this before. Could you hoop?
Oh, I could hoop.
Okay.
Big time hooper through high school.
Did you?
I
All
played
the way through
basketball,
high school?
softball, yeah.
Okay.
But I also told you we didn't have what in high school?
You didn't have softball.
High school softball,
Really?
high school baseball,
Oh,
no
did
high
you
school
tell me
football.
that?
Yeah, I told
I
you
don't
and your
think
wife last night.
I don't think you told me that.
Wow, so
But between you guys,
just kind of goes right in one ear and out the other.
it's between you two trash talking me the whole
No,
time.
I think it was actually when you were trying to find parking and
There
I
you
could
go.
see steam coming out of your ears. That was something else.
Well, Haley McClenny leading off 3-4-5 here in the 4th. Gotta find something right now off Kilfoyle. It's been hard to come by. McClenny puts a good swing on it. Skylar Wallace looking comfortable out in left field today. Something I didn't think I would say, but here we are. And let's check in with Savannah with more on this offense for Team Faremo.
Yeah, Chucky, it's like you said, both these teams are desperate, trying to chase a win today. For Team Kilfoyle, it's been about momentum. They can't make mistakes. A lot of them, like they've maybe done in the base path, that suck out the momentum. That's their biggest focus today. For Team Faremo, it's the offense. When they look back on their 2 bodies of work so far this weekend, they look at them as hard-fought games, defensively sound, but they feel like they are one timely hit away from having a win. In their conversations heading into today, they said they feel convicted to get it done on offense, and they are itching to swing and put it together.
Back-to-back fly balls. They've been a little more aggressive here in this inning. Frustration continues. Just 2 runs through 17 2/3 innings at the plate.
Well, and then on the flip side, I mean, only 1 hit given up so far with Lexi Kilfoyle, who heading into this week was in the top 4 and has fallen behind simply because she hasn't logged the innings to give her those points to push her up the leaderboard. Started Hope Troutwine game 1 of this weekend, and then started Sarah Willis yesterday and decided to start herself today. But it's the one thing at times when you are that captain, you're in the driver's seat. Like, you have the ability to start yourself every game if you want to start game 1 and game 3, but it's hard to earn stat points when you're not out there, especially when you're trying to fight to be a medalist at the end of this.
Lexi Kilfoyle could still climb up that leaderboard. It's going to take a big day for her. She's in the midst of it right now, though. She's about to put up her 4th 0 here in the inning, and you would think a performance like this is MVP1 worthy so far. She's in 11th place right now, but there is a very small gap to get all the way into 7th.
But this might not have been the case if she started herself game 1 and was able to have a performance like she is right now, right? Like, every out recorded for a pitcher, you're getting +4 points. It's where you start to have the earned runs where you can start to go backwards a little bit, -10 for those earned runs that you give up as a pitcher. But I still am in this week 4 thinking, like, why haven't you started yourself more?
Ground ball, and it is going to be 4 zeros to start this game for Lexi Kilfoyle. She is rolling right now, and she's retired 7 straight. Inning win points on the line. Bottom of the 4th, Team Kilfoyle coming to the plate. They can take them right here. Let's go into the game now with the U.S. Air Force and Bailey Klingler.
I love Rosemont. Everyone give a Rosemont run.
Everybody. If I could escape, would be better to say I must get loud, get loud, get loud. It would be cool. Yeah. With her, a lot of like pushing in. I got you. Dude, I really thought about bunting my first pitch after your dean ski. But I talked myself out of it. I should have just trusted it, but I talked myself out of it because I was like, Rachel will be throwing it up. You know what I mean?
I like the conversation between Klingler and Kowalik behind the plate, because it's not just pitcher-catcher here. I mean, you have a lot of players in the league that have played with each other in college or for the national team or wherever. And Klingler, whoever it was at the plate, well, I'm not sure exactly who, but she went to Kowalik and said, hey, here's the scout on her, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, a lot of communication about just the little things, even hearing her say, hey, we know she likes to throw up the zone. That's something that I haven't seen Rachel Garcia do nearly as much in her previous seasons with Athletes Unlimited. She's gone a lot more to that pitch right there, that off-speed drop.
So I've got from Rob Geese, our stat man here, if Lexi Kilfoyle were to go the distance, allow no runs, and take all the win points, she would be in 2nd place, just 8 behind Amanda Lorenz. Well, how would you like to have a chance to win a softball autographed by all of the AU Pro softball athletes? Now you can go to auprosports.com/enter to register today. Before we go back to the Kilfoyle thing, I think I had this conversation with Amanda Scarborough when I did this read before. How big is that softball that 60 players are signing it?
Yeah, it's almost like the giant tennis ball that you see at Wimbledon, or when everyone's walking around. It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the big autograph softball.
Yeah, I'm also wondering, anytime someone wants to give me nuggets from the stats department, I'm here all the way on the right. So we can find a way.
That was a request. That was a request on the hotline.
We can shoot it on the outside, however you want to pass them this way, because I feel like the outcast. Chucky's coming with all the good scoop, and then there's me throwing some good stuff out there, no doubt, but would love a little.
No doubt. Yeah, you had the weather scoop for us.
12:46.
Well, half swing, and that is going to be the easiest ground ball Andrea Filler ever fields over there. She's got out number 2. Harding and Jacobson going down quickly.
But even just thinking about Team Framo right now, like Rachel Garcia is throwing really well. But if you're Megan Framo, when do you call your name? Do you leave it? Because you can only win points by winning innings. And we've seen Team Kilfoyle take it across the board right now. And obviously, if you win the game, you're getting points. But individual stat points don't come unless you are playing. And she is a pitcher who can earn those points.
Big swing from Skaggs. I think the question now for Framo is, can you come in 3 innings and get MVP points? I also am not sure she is thinking that way at this point in the game. But now you're almost like, man, Rachel's really dealing. All we need is a run to at least get some of these win points still in the game. And Rachel gets another easy ground ball for Sis Bates at shortstop. Garcia goes 1-2-3. Pitchers duel engaged here in Rosemont.
Lexi Kilfoyle has just been absolutely dealing. Has only given up the 1 hit so far, but just look at the movement on this pitch. Those righties been eating him up with the drop down and in. She's tough with that velocity, but command of the zone. She has made it pretty challenging here so far through 4 for Team Framo to get anything going.
Just the 1 hit, the movement on her ball is incredible. 4 strikeouts so far and 40 inning win points on the line right here. That would match the total of either of these teams. For Kilfoyle, it would be way beyond what they had in the first 2, which was just a total of 10. They've got 10 today, but Framo has just 40 in their first 2 games. So they could match their total to this point. Warren Garcia filler. Jesse Warren 0 for 1, popped out to Skaggs at second, her first trip to the plate. Jesse still looking for her first home run of the season. That's up. Oh, nice snag by Kilfoyle. That looked like it was going up the middle for a base hit.
Well, Lexi Kilfoyle took a little something off it. This is 61-mile-an-hour pitch. Stabs it, and that's what happens when you're almost 6 feet tall. It's just easy work. The ball's going up the middle.
1 away. Now Rachel Garcia takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
Well, and the only hit given up so far was Rachel Garcia in her previous at-bat. Swinging first pitch, took it to right field, was that drop away. Starts her in on her hands.
And stays in that time, too far down and in for ball 1. Rachel, this is rare to see her. She's in 43rd right now. Finished 4th in the championship season last year. The top 4 all getting medals. She won AUX last year. Long run and some late communication there. Nickles and Skaggs in shallow center. Our Sunday night baseball game, the 7th annual MLB Little League Classic from Williamsport, Pennsylvania at historic Bowman Field. It's the Yankees and Tigers. It starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. And right here on ESPN2, a special Kids Cast edition. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with Baseball Tonight, Sunday Night Countdown on ESPN. This is the newest player on the roster that was just added this week, pinch hitting. Mia Davidson will be inactive for the rest of the season. Didn't play this weekend, won't play next weekend, so they brought in another player. This is Riley Ludlam, who finished her college career this year at Oklahoma, but starred at Fort Furman for 4 years before that. And what a cool moment for her, getting called in late, and now getting a chance for her first AB, and it comes off of a Oklahoma State star in Lexi Kilfoyle.
And welcome to the big show. It's facing Lexi Kilfoyle, your first at bat, absolutely cruising through 4 innings.
Ludlam was the 2023 Conference Player of the Year in the Southern Conference for Furman. Spins it back to Kilfoyle. And Lexi goes 1-2-3 for the 3rd straight inning. She has retired 10 straight batters now. 2-0. Another big chance for Team Kilfoyle. All they need is 1 run to pick up 40-inning win points. Already up 2 runs on Team Faremo in the first game of our doubleheader today. Don't forget the AU Pro Sports Shop is now on Instagram. It's the best way to stay up to date on new arrivals, limited edition items, and our exclusive merch offerings. Head to @AU Pro Shop to follow and connect today. A lot of good gear here at Athletes Unlimited. A little Ocasio jersey in the crowd. There was a Kelsey Stewart-Hunter shirt next to that one, so some Florida fans in attendance today. 8-9-1. Hannah Borden leads off against Rachel Garcia, who's also starting to really cruise in this game. Borden out of Southern Miss in her first season. She's from Trustville, Alabama. Fouls that straight back, 1-1 count. Said she chose 43 because it was the first number she wore when she was 6 years old. It happened to be available here at Athletes Unlimited. It's off the handle and lands fair, and I think that's the right call by Filler to keep that in fair territory for the easy out. Nice little bare hand there to keep that on the line. I thought that was going to spin foul.
Well, and for her to be able to go get this, to not give another opportunity for Borden, that's like an easy gimme, right? Like as a pitcher, you want the gimmies. Looks like she keeps it in fair territory, and we're actually going to have a pitching change, bringing in Kayla Beaver.
It'll be the rookie out of Alabama, Kayla Beaver, when we come back. Well, Rachel Garcia gave up the 2 runs in the first inning on a home run to her former teammate Bubba Nickles from UCLA, but other than that was outstanding. 4 1/3, struck out 2, just the 4 hits, and didn't walk anybody either. Had great control of her arsenal today, but she makes way here in the 5th with 1 out to Kayla Beaver out of Jackson, Tennessee. Played her college ball at Central Arkansas and then finished at Alabama this year, helping them upset Tennessee at Supers, which was one of the big storylines late in the college season, and another good chance for her. She has thrown 8 2/3 this year at an ERA just a touch over 4. She will face 9-1-2. Hopefully, if you're rooting for Kayla Beaver, she'll only face 9-1 here with 2 outs. Kowalik, the first batter. Kayla's 0 for 1 today. Hitting .267 on the season. Shows bunt, pulls back, and that's ball 1 from Beaver. The glasses are kind of the signature for Kayla Beaver. If you watch college softball, just a staple for her. She said they're a must, as she's been wearing them since her youth days. Has different colors to match all the uniforms. Oh, nice play by Romero to back up for out number 2.
Yeah, she's someone that you would call like has the good flair, right? Like always has the glasses. She's always wearing the big bow. I loved watching her at Alabama. Just always kind of had this confidence about her.
Such a big pickup, too. And we talk a lot about the transfer portal. Patrick Murphy using it to perfection. You lose Montana Fouts. It's hard to bring in a freshman to replace somebody like that. And so you go into the portal and you get somebody like Kayla Beaver, who had a ton of experience, was so good at Central Arkansas, a record setter there. And was not bothered by that pressure to fill the shoes of Fouts.
Well, and that's what happens too when you're at a school like Central Arkansas and you get the chance to play Arkansas and you beat them twice in your career. You're going to start to get other schools going, okay, let's, if you're interested in transferring, and she entered the portal, like, we want you, because you think about Arkansas and how good of a program that is, Courtney Deifel, and offensively. So That was such a fun year watching Central Arkansas do that. They play one at Central Arkansas and then the other one at Arkansas. It's a really fun series.
Beaver said she always wanted to be Jackie Traina growing up, who was an Alabama legend. Models her game after Jackie. Said she got to meet her on Alumni Day at Alabama this year. Down low, she walks McKinney with 2 outs. I'm thinking Alabama Alumni Day can field a pretty good team, like still right now. It is the first walk in the game for either team. Not a hit by pitch either. Wallace takes a massive cut through that. Big time SEC battle right here between Wallace and Beaver. Too far outside from Kayla Beaver. Wallace is in 12th right now. She's just 10 points behind Lexi Kilfoyle. And Wallace fouled that off herself. No, that did not feel good.
Dang it.
It was off her right leg, right knee, maybe. She had to move to left field today because she was dealing with a little bit of an issue. Felt more comfortable out in left versus her normal spot at shortstop.
I wonder why everyone doesn't wear those shin hitting devices that cover the front of your foot. Like, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than turning on a pitch when you think of some of the pitchers that they're facing with that drop ball spin, like Lexi Kilfoyle, like 70, like you turn on a pitch on the inner half, man, it's going right into the shins.
I think it's uncomfortable at all,
worst.
maybe, for a speedster like Skylar Wallace wants to run. Like, obviously you're going to take it off once you're on base, but
No.
you think it's good? Okay. I don't see Bubba on the on-deck circle with one either. Now that you mention it, I feel like that is pretty common overall. So 2 in a row in the order not wearing that. Wallace takes that pitch low. 2-2. Up the middle, ripped past Beaver. 2-out rally here for Team Kilfoyle, and this could be big with 40-inning win points on the line.
This is not an ideal situation. You're going to see Megan Framo call her number here. And listen, I would have put myself in from the jump because like we've talked about, as those captains wanting to gain points, pitchers can't do it unless they're in the ball game or they're winning innings or have won a game. So a little bit of trouble on the base pass here, and now having to face one of the hottest hitters on Team Kilfoyle. Megan Framo's calling her number.
Guessing the plan was to come in just for the last 2 innings, but instead has to come in early. Let's take a look at the play of the game presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. It's Bubba Nickles, the big swing in this game.
Yeah, she was just on time. A little bit of an off-speed drop, pulls it. Going up against her former UCLA teammate, Rachel Garcia. And that tends to always happen, I tell you. The amount of times where you have to go up against them in BP. I know you peppered me yesterday asking who I've had to constantly face, but it's hard going up against your old teammates. So we're going to see a couple UCLA Bruins go up against each other here.
Framo saw her yesterday, or saw her in relief on Friday. 4 innings, gave up just the 1 hit, 1 run, and she struck out 5 in that game.
Megan Framo was so good. She was lights out. Off speed was money where it needed to be. Curveball was just fire. And I feel like at times Megan Framo has been a part of games where she has been spectacular, but is lost on 1 run. And at times those are the most heartbreaking ones you have to get over the quickest as pitchers, because it can be frustrating, no doubt. But on the flip side, just offensively, team hasn't been able to find a way to really get some stuff going for her to be able to have her back.
She's in 7th right now. She's 14 points behind Lexi Kilfoyle, who has climbed up to 6th place. 4 points for an out, so she could possibly pick up 28 stat points with the remaining outs available in this game. That is, if her team can get some runs, because they'd need to play the bottom of the 7th for her to have a chance at 3 more. One 1-0 count to Bubba. Strike 1. Right now, the top 2 MVPs in this game, you would think, are Kilfoyle and Bubba, and Bubba Nickles could probably challenge for the top spot if she comes through here. Three and 1. Framo, the first pick in the draft, back-to-back weeks before this week when she became captain. The only other first pick was Kilfoyle before this, and then Framo took her catcher, Charlize Palacios, this week, first overall. Needs 1 strike here to get out of this jam. 3-2, off speed. We'll do it again. Bubba's like, you almost got me with that. So it's Faramo's start yesterday, her 3rd complete game in her Athletes Unlimited career, struck out 3. 3-2 outside.
Oh. Good pitch. No.
Couple quick outs in the inning. Borden grounded out. They brought in Beaver, who got Kowalik to ground out to 2nd. And then a walk and a single and another walk with 2 away. Bases loaded for Bailey Klingler. Takes the first pitch down for ball 1. Klingler had 6 hits last week. Hasn't had as much success this weekend, but always dangerous. Foul ball. Kaylee Harding had to dive out of the way in the on-deck circle for that. A run on 3rd worth 40 win points. They can bring McKinney home. Klingler into right field. Going back, it's down at the wall! 2-run score, a 3rd coming home. There was some hesitation by Bubba, but she's safe, and Klingler clears the bases. It's a 60-point swing for Klingler, 20 for the double, and 40 for the inning win points.
Man, and she just kind of like pokes this. She didn't even finish her swing, but off the bat, this has so much hang time in the air. Davidson caught a little bit in. This goes all the way overhead. Wow, what a clutch at bat by Bailey Klingler. And these are sometimes the little things, Chucky, like putting in Kayla Beaver, okay, but then you have to go in and kind of pick up the pieces a little bit. But if Megan Framo starts the inning fresh on her own, she's in complete control of everything that goes down.
or leaving Garcia even. I don't even think it's Beaver necessarily as her coming in, because it was just an interesting decision with Garcia rolling like she was to give this lineup a different look. And to not do it at the beginning of the inning, like you said. We're very close to getting out of it right there, but all reaching the warning track over Davidson. Faremo gets Harding, the next batter, but the damage is done. This game firmly in control of Team Kilfoyle. 50 win points already, and they are headed for the win right now.
Open your mind, what are you chasing? You know that it's looking divine. Embracing your known, believing the magic, go off and explore your own. What we can see, we believe it. What we can do, we're achieving. Rise to the time that it's right now. Eyes on the prize, never slow down. Energy growing, gotta keep going. It's time to take off, never slowing. Come join the crew and watch how we move. We love our power, it's flowing.
It is Team Kilfoyle's day so far. 50 of the possible 50 win points. They are ahead 5-0. with 2 innings to play, and they have Lexi Kilfoyle in the circle, who has been untouchable today.
Yeah. First 2 innings, 36 pitches, but the last 3, she's only needed 30 pitches, has retired the last 10, and has made it tough on these hitters. It's for them to be able to get into any type of rhythm. I mean, he's only given up the 1 hit.
Here's what Team Faremo's done today. 0 for 4 when they've had runners on. They haven't had a lot of runners on. 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. And that runner was Romero in scoring position. That was at the beginning of the game. Stole second base after reaching on an error, and they couldn't bring her around. Morgan DeBoard leads things off for Team Faremo. She's 0 for 1 today. It's the only extra base hit for Team Faremo this weekend. It was a double yesterday. This is kind of traveling on Wallace, but gets back to it quickly and left. 1 out. A WNBA game this afternoon coming up on ABC. Coverage starts at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Caitlin Clark in the Fever hosting Jewel Lloyd in the Storm. Don't want to miss that one. 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Lexi Kilfoyle has gone 1, 2, 3 in the last 3 innings. She's now retired 11 straight batters. She's up to 4th on the leaderboard. And she's only 92 points out of 2nd place, which is easily obtained by her if they are to win this game, and she's going to get MVP points. It's been an interesting weekend based on the lack of pitching that we've seen Lexi do, but it is going to possibly work out really well in the end.
And if it works out that way, that's great. It could potentially put her in that top spot, but if she maybe would have called her name day 1 or yesterday, that could have given her an opportunity to be blown past the competition, where you're going in with maybe already a 100-point cushion where you're tagging on more. And listen, we know Kat Osterman's listening, and she loves watching Athletes Unlimited. She put her name out there, especially in week 4. You know she's going game 1, game 3.
Look at this play from Klingler from her knees to stretch the getter. Bailey Klingler flashing the leather down the line.
And Sierra Romero, a ton of speed up the line. I mean, could this be potential? SportsCenter top 10 nominee, gets up quick, uses a turf to her advantage to get the bounce. Wow. And this is kind of the tricky part since they've added the defensive MVP. Looking at what she was able to do, her last ups.
Oh.
You could potentially give her the defensive MVP, but you could also give her MVP 1, MVP 2. Ugh.
Let's take a listen to that play by Klingler.
Love it.
Love all the sounds too, like her hitting the ground and getting up, and that's one of the plays of the year right there. Haley McClenny with a 1-0 count and a runner on first. I thought we had back-to-back. I thought Allie Skaggs was going to go up and get that ball and rob Sis Bates of a base hit. Look at where McClenny is too. She's 15th on the leaderboard. And think of the week they've had as a team. I mean, even one win, and McClenny would be in the top 10 pretty easily.
You know how hard it is to move up the leaderboard when you're not able to get the inning win points, the game win points. Stat points can only take you so far.
They could still pick up 20 inning win points here in the 6th and 7th and not win the game and get at least something. Off speed, McClenny goes down looking on the outside corner. That'll do it for the 6th inning.
Nothing like a little web gem to kind of put the cherry on top of the 3-run double she had last inning. Sealing the deal here.
Couple 2-0 teams going head-to-head tonight. Yesterday it was Morgan Zirkle making sure Team Palacios improved to 2-0 in extras off Megan Faremo to bring around Megan Wiggins to win that game. It was just heartbreak for Megan Faremo, who threw so well. A couple of vets combining yesterday for that dub.
Yeah, that was cool to watch. Extra inning game, but I'm pretty excited about this matchup we're going to see here at 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern. Amanda Lorenz, Palacios, both undefeated. Oof.
They're both first-time captains this year. They've done it a few weeks now, but Amanda Lorenz as a captain is 6-2, and Sachel Palacios is 5-0. Faremo hoping to just go 1-2-3 and give her team a chance in the 7th inning. What has been just kind of a heartbreaking week for them. They've been so close. The offense hasn't been able to produce. And then think about the runs they gave up in this game. The first inning, Jessie Warren almost makes a tremendous play in foul territory. And Bubba would have still come to the plate, but maybe only one run there if she does go yard. They had the play in left field. DeBoard couldn't come in up with the Sydney McKinney ball out there. And then last inning, that shot out to right field, just kind of tailing on Davidson, and there's a lot of wind out here pushing that ball. Ends up with 3 more runs. Let's see what the wind does to this one. Long run there for DeBoard. 1 out to retire Jacobson. Allie Skaggs 1 for 2 with a double. All Team Kilfoyle would need to pick up 20 more inning win points. And of course the game, which is a total of 70, would be a 0 in the top of the 7th.
I don't know if you picked up on it, but her walk-up song was Grease Lightning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, respect. That's an old soul right there for a rookie.
Skies this out in the left field to Board underneath it. 2 outs. Don't forget Sunday Night Baseball tonight. The MLB Little League Classic from Bowman Field in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Yankees-Tigers starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio, and the special Kids Cast edition on ESPN2. Coverage beginning at 6 Eastern with Baseball Tonight Sunday Night Countdown on ESPN. You going to be watching that tonight as well?
I am. I'm going to get Wi-Fi on the plane, and I'm going to watch DirecTV, and I'm going to watch the Kids Cast.
I was wondering. I was going to ask you which one you're watching if you're watching the Kids Cast.
I feel like they will be so excited to be able to talk baseball. I don't know who's hosting it, but how cool.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. And then this is Sam Fisher. This was, I think it was last year she told us, in the airport with Aaron Judge. She got to see the historic home run from Judge against the White Sox this week. She said tickets were pretty cheap.
And she said she cried when he hit it. And I'm like, I probably would have cried when I met him in the airport, but she said she's getting all emotional. And she's like, I usually don't get emotional, but.
Well, Sam Fisher, will see her in game 2. Still another inning to play here. Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Mizuno. How about that catch from Skylar Wallace yesterday at shortstop? That was ridiculous. And Team Lorenz hoping to go 3-0 this weekend. Big top half here for Team Ferramo, but it's been all about Bailey Klingler today, defense and offense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, look at the pop she has on that. She didn't even finish the swing. That's a bases clearing double for her. And then the clutch defense, cat-like reflexes there at third base, makes it look so easy. Having fun with Sydney McKinney post-play. You'll love to see it, and I'll throw a Go Dogs in the mix, too. Any chance I can get.
Repping that UW defense out there. First batter here is Palacios, 4-5-6 in the 7th. They need just 1 run to extend this game if you're new to Athletes Unlimited, because there are points available in every inning. We've got 20 inning points on the line. So even if they weren't to tie this game or take the lead, we'd still play the bottom of the inning because Team Kilfoyle would need a chance to respond. Ideal situation for Lexi Kilfoyle and company is 3 quick outs, and the game ends, and they get those points. Claire Davidson with 1 away after Palacios retired. Off speed and into right field for a base hit. Just their 3rd hit in the game and their 4th base runner. Davidson having a really solid rookie season. Gives Jesse Warren something to work with against the untouchable Lexi Kilfoyle in this game. Ground ball, though. This could be 2. McKinney, Skaggs, Harding, that's going to do it. A very impressive performance from Team Kilfoyle after a frustrating couple of days this weekend for them.
Yeah, Lexi came to play today, folks. I mean, man, so good. Right from the jump. I almost wish she would have gave herself more of an opportunity this week to start more than 1 game, because she is that good of a pitcher. But 3 hits in today's contest, and I mean, if she's not a front runner for MVP 1, I don't know who is.
Her 4th complete game of the season. The record is 6 by Kat Osterman. Getting help from her defense.
So it was a fun way to close out the game, too.
That's 70 more win points, 20 for the innings, 50 for the game for everybody on Team Kilfoyle. And then also probably MVP points. She should be in second by the time we come on the air for the second game. And Savannah is down with one of the other stars, Bailey Klingler.
Bailey, we were talking before the game about what's clicking for you offensively, and then what a day for it to carry over into. Tell them about just what you were telling me of how you feel like you're going in all feel, less of a plan, and just being able to swing at strikes.
I think the biggest thing at this level is just trusting your stuff. Everyone's talented. I was lucky that I have a captain like Lexi, and she just kind of freed me up and just said, I trust you, just do your thing, and I think that's the biggest thing, is leaning on my teammates, and I was able to play free today for them.
How big of a momentum shift is it to start the game off with 2 runs in the first and be able to build on that inning after inning?
That's huge. I mean, Bubba is so clutch, and I feel like, I mean, I'm not a pitcher, but I have to think, like, it frees Lexi up, too, to just throw freely, and she did an amazing job. So that was huge, and that's just a testament to, like, us working together as a team.
It can be tough to bounce back in a short amount of time to be able to pick up this huge win with the innings and the game. Was there a conversation or thing that you all talked about going into this game that really helped change the mindset of this group?
Yeah, I think we were all on the same page in just terms of, like, we have nothing to lose, you know, like, we have everything to gain right now, and just playing free, and, like, no matter what happens, we can control our vibes, and we can control the little stuff, and, like, however it turns out is how it turns out. So I think that it just worked out for us today.
Thanks, Bailey. Congrats on a great day at the plate and on the hot corner, too. We see you over there.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Chucky, back to you.
Big day for Bailey Klingler and company. She got it done with the bat. She got it done from the defense. Helping out her captain, Lexi Kilfoyle, finish the day with a win. And we'll talk to Lexi just in a moment. Complete game, 3-hitter, no runs, 5 strikeouts for Lexi Kilfoyle, Danielle. She was awesome.
Yeah, she was lights out. I mean, commanded the lower half of the zone. Didn't actually have to go to her changeup as much as she's had to in the past because her drop ball has been so good. I mean, you can't say enough how hard it is to hit someone who throws almost 70 miles an hour with the spin that she has down. She is tough.
We've got Lexi Kilfoyle joining us for a chair chat after their 5-0 win over Team Faremo. We're talking all about you, Lexi. What did you feel today was working well for you?
Honestly, I felt amazing. Kayla did such an amazing job behind the plate, calling the game, just mixing it up, keeping the hitters off balance, and obviously defense was out of this world today. I can't do it without them, and same with the hitting. They came in clutch every single time we needed it.
Lexi, I have to ask, you were the captain and you decided to only start yourself 1 game this weekend. Your thoughts behind that, especially trying to fight to be the top dog at the end of this?
Yeah, honestly, I was just trying to throw the other team's a little curveball, maybe switch it up a little and put myself in more of like a relief position. And so I think I think we couldn't really get good momentum the first 2 games, so I figured I was like, I'm going to give it my all on the field, just leave it all out there. So that's why I went with me today.
And you'd had Taylor Edwards the last little bit, but switched up with Kayla Kowalik. What did you like with her behind the plate and your guys' communication throughout this weekend and into Game 3 today?
Yeah, they're both amazing catchers. I love them both to death. They're so good at mixing speeds, mixing pitches, and they just read into those batters. And honestly, I think they're so amazing, and they know me really well, and I just love them to death.
What are your thoughts on being like the captain? Do you like being in that top dog role, getting to kind of make the decisions? Is that something you dig being in?
I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
I would say it was a little bit of a shock at first. I'm not really a big vocal leader, so I'm definitely getting used to it, and I think this was a great way to finish the weekend with this team. They left it all out on the field, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
I think you're going to keep getting used to it, Lexi, with these types of performances. Congrats on the win today.
Thank you, guys.
Lexi Kilfoyle is already a star and hopefully a long, successful career ahead of her. She is up to 3rd, but we have not seen the MVP points yet, and she's only 2 behind Sachel Palacio, so there's a good chance she's going to be knocking on the door right behind Amanda Lorenz in the 2nd spot when we come on the air for that 2nd game.
I know, I feel like I keep harping on it, but think if she were to have given herself another opportunity to start, think about how further ahead she would be than even in the 3 spot, right? So just some things to think about, but also being a rookie, kind of being that captain, learning the ins and outs. It's kind of a learning moment for her as well, but gosh, she has come in and just taken the world by storm. She's been consistent as ever, given some of her teammates some opportunities this weekend, and excited to see if she can make a chance next weekend, make a run.
Team Kilfoyle had just 10 win points in their first 2 games. In Game 3, They got all 120 of them. A great finish for them, that 5-0 win over Team Faremo. And we've still got one more coming up. Team Palacios and Team Lorenz, they're both 2-0, and that game is coming up on ESPN+. We will see you there soon. For Danielle Laurie and Savannah Collins, I'm Chucky Kempf. Thanks for joining us.